everyone, and welcome to Friday's edition of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your ever-loving yarn host, Jennifer. I am so happy today, and we got some yarn from Premier Yarns. We got that beautiful red tape going on. This is not a big order, and Mr. Cinnamon is entirely to blame for this order because when I made his socks, which are upstairs, because he has used them and wore them, and he's taken very good care of them. He wears them in the upstairs region of the house, which kind of makes sense because it's a little bit colder up there. Well, it's colder up there in the evening. I apologize. I'm exhausted. I am filming all of this on Monday, so we had a long weekend. I'm tired. I fell so in love with the yarn, which is right there on my shelf from Mr. Cinnamon socks, that I wanted to buy more with the intention of using it for socks, but also I think this would make really good hats, and I kind of want to make some fingerless mitts, and I just want to do all the things with this yarn because it's just so soft. And I've been working with fluff recently. That's from that's leftover from Little Man's Rabbit that I crocheted. This is the Premier Everyday Anti-Pilling Acrylic. This is not by any stretch of the imagination a new yarn. This has been around for years. The reason it has been around for years is because it's that good of a yarn. And honestly, I hope that they never discontinue this line. If it says Premier and it says Everyday on it, it is guaranteed it is going to be a deliciously soft yarn. It works up so well. And you don't have to take my word for this. If you ask Carrie Penny from the Happy Crafty Homemaker, she will give you the same review I'm giving you. And she is not an affiliate. She is not affiliated with Premier whatsoever. She just has the same opinion of this yarn as I do. As a matter of fact, she has a blanket that she said is very old and has been washed over 100 sometimes. And it has been used on the babies in her life and the kids in her life. And she said the blanket, yes, there's some wear and tear on it, but it's not pilly, it's not matted, it's not, and she showed it in videos. It is still in very good condition for as old as she said the blanket is. And it was made with Premier Everyday Anti-Pilling Acrylic. Anti-pilling is just, if you don't know what anti-pilling is, when you have yarn and you wash it, sometimes you'll get little fuzz balls that create on it from the fibers. See how there's a little bit of fuzziness? Acrylic, wools, cottons, they all can do this. And the fuzzes that appear on the outside of the yarn from normal wear and tear will create these little hard balls. If you've ever had an old sweater and you've had to shave the balls off, you know what I'm talking about. They're pills. And the anti-pilling acrylic, you can wash this up to 300 times and it's not going to pill. And if a pill forms, when you wash it, the pill will fall away. So you don't have to shave it. You don't have to cut off those little pills, those little balls. By the way, my cousin, when she was little, had a blanket that had pills all over it, and she just kept picking them off and shoving them up her nose, and she had to go to the hospital to get them removed. So, gross story, but we don't like pills. We don't want pills on our stuff. This is a very durable, long-lasting, long-wear acrylic. It is so incredibly soft. And usually when you say durable and acrylic together, your mind goes to like the old, really plasticky yarn, and that is not at all what Premier Everyday is. And this is not me trying to do a commercial for this, because I purchased this with my own money. I purchased this with the idea I'm making socks. I'm showing you because I want you guys to know how much I love this yarn. I bought this colorway, which is Winding River, with the intention of making manly socks. I have a brother-in-law that I may or may not make socks for because I just don't know that he would appreciate them. He doesn't really appreciate handmade stuff. And besides, my sister crochets, so I mean, she can make him stuff. But these could also be an extra pair of socks for Mr. Cinnamon. These would make a very nice hat for Mr. Cinnamon. But I don't have a lot of masculine yarn in my stash. It's stuff I like. It's very girly and pink and colorful and pastellies and neons, and like that's That's my yarn. So that's why I picked this colorway, because I thought it would be a good manly color for socks or hats or whatever I decide to knit or crochet with it. And I have knit and crochet with this yarn. This yarn is delicious no matter what you're doing with it. Like, it's just good yarn. And this is the reason that I am so loyal to Premier Yarns. It was one of the many reasons. This yarn specifically, if it's the Premier Everyday line, and they have everyday DK, they have everyday DK cakes. They have just, there's a lot of yarns under the everyday line. My favorite yarn. If I'm going to choose yarn, last yarn, if I could only use one yarn type for the rest of my life, it would be this yarn. That's how much I love this yarn. And I don't care if you buy it, but I'm just letting you know this is my opinion. All right, so this is a worsted weight number 4, 100% anti-pilling acrylic, 180 yards. I don't remember what I paid for this. I think it was $3.99 a ball. But it goes on sale. It's not always the same price. But I think it's about $3.99. It may have been $4.99 a ball. But it's worth every penny. So I got this colorway, which I told you is Winding River. And I got this one, which is also kind of a masculine, but also a neutral color. This is Beach. This is so pretty. That is very beachy. I just think that would be gorgeous. This is what it works up like in knit. So it's got the striping effect. Very, very pretty. So, and it's soft. And it's soft in the ball, but when you're working up with it, it is so like squishy. It's one of those yarns that when it's running through my fingers, it doesn't irritate me at all, and it just makes me feel so happy. And this colorway is so pretty. It's so pretty. I don't know who these are going to be for, but they might be me. I'm really loving my socks. This colorway is Northern Lights. And that is very, very accurate to the color. It's just so colorful. I love colors. It's like that purple and the sage green, the blues and the pinks, a little bit of yellow. So beautiful. So I think those will make gorgeous socks or a hat, or socks and a hat. So that's what I purchased. I just ordered these 6 skeins of yarn, and I'm so, so happy. I love this yarn. And it's funny because I've always liked this yarn, but I haven't bought any in a while because I got kind of caught up with the, oh, new yarns on the market. Oh, new yarns on the market. Oh, there's a clearance sale. Oh, there's this. Oh, there's that. And there's not a lot of this left in my stash because I used this first. And there's just not a lot left in my stash. And what's left in my stash is like the plain solid colors. Because I have a lot of these greens right here are the Premier Everyday. I have some, like this one is Premier Everyday. And then there's some behind this are some neon yellows. I have all the neons. I have green neon, yellow neon. I have orange neon. I don't think I have any red. I don't think I have any red of that. Huh, I may have to fix that. I have some of the blue. I think this one right here is the blue. I had a bunch more, but I used it. And then my bottom shelf is purples. And I don't think I have any purple either. And I'm not positive I have pinks except for my Try Me pack, which is coral, pink, and cream. That ain't been available for a long time. That was one of the coolest things ever, is the Premier Try Me pack that Premier let me pick out. The little Try Me pack. That was awesome. I still have, I think I have 2 left. I gifted 1. Actually, I gifted 2. I gifted 2 and I kept 2. So yeah, but it was also Premier Everyday because it's my favorite yarn. It's my favorite yarn. That's all I have to show you today. It's just these 6 little balls of yarn. Well worth every penny. They're going to make delicious whatever it is I make out of them. Probably socks and hats. I guarantee. Because I'm thinking for Christmas, like, I totally want to make the socks, right? The lounging socks. I want to make these, but like, I really like that some of these socks have a matching hat to go with it. And I was like, oh, that would be such a fun idea for Christmas. So I'm already planning. I haven't made anything for Christmas yet, but I'm already planning what I want to make for Christmas. I also want to make Mr. Cinnamon a pair of dress socks. I have some really nice wool yarn over there for him, and it's dress colors because he wears dress clothes to work every day, but he also sometimes wears a suit. And the yarn that I have is very like upscale wool that looks like it would go very well with like a suit, especially because his suits are, he has a black suit and a gray suit. I think he used to have a navy one, but I don't think it fits him anymore. And so the yarn I have is grays and blacks. And so I think it will be just so nice for a pair of nice wool dress socks to go with his suit. So that's a plan I have for him for Christmas. I just hope that I can get my brain focused on what I need to make for Christmas and start now instead of stressing myself out right before Christmas. Because I'm also making a lot of other stuff, and now I'm starting to be in like the grind of, I have a list of stuff I wanted to make this year. I have a list of want to make for the channel. I have a list of wanted to make for my own benefit. And some of those are probably not going to get made till next year. And then I'll come across like an amazing thing like this yarn that I showed in Tuesday's video. And so I want to work on that right away. I do not want to put that on the shelf. I have no idea what I'm going to make with that. But have tos versus want tos versus presents. Just, it's a lot. And also I'm working on, and I meant to show this in I think Monday's video. This will be done by the time this video airs. I am working on Carrie Penny's shawl from the Happy Crafty Homemaker. I don't remember the name of the shawl. It is something eyelet shawl. It's an easy pattern. I'm just calling it Carrie's shawl because, you know, I consider Carrie my friend, even if like she doesn't think I'm her friend. Like she's my friend. And we're best friends, and we're gonna hang out, and like I made her shawl. I know that sounded crazy, but whatever. So this is her pattern. I'm going to add, this is one skein of Bernat something or another that I got in the Michaels bag, but I'm going to add a whole nother ball to it. Doesn't that fit really nice? Oh, I should have been wearing this the whole time. This is cute. Anyway, I'm enjoying making this shawl. It's super easy. The video was like 15 minutes long, so it was very short. Check out Carrie's video. I will link her below. This is a bulky yarn, and she uses a bulky yarn in the pattern. But you could make it with anything, and it would be absolutely beautiful. I know that another podcaster that I'm friends with is making this in my favorite yarn, Muirwoods. Cannot wait to see that. I will, of course, link her when she finishes it and shows it because I'm very excited. I'm all about supporting my fellow podcasters. I'm all about making their patterns when they come up with one. Because Carrie doesn't do tutorials very often. And then I was like, I wasn't sure I was going to make this shawl. And I was like, I'm going to watch her tutorial and see how she makes it. Because she makes this differently than I would have made it. There's techniques she uses in here that I didn't even think to ever do. And so I've made shawls in this similar shape, but they've had points in it, so it looked more like a shield. And so I didn't even think to put the decreases where she did, or the increases where she did. And I'm loving how easy it is. I made this in like 2 hours last night. And it is more than big enough to be a shawl for a normal sized person, but I'm big and I want an extra large shawl. And so 2 or 3 hours. Very, very easy. Very, very delightful to wear. It's a very easy pattern. Yeah, so check out Carrie. Check out this yarn if you want some delicious, and they don't have just stripes. Like they have, I showed you, they have solids. All these, they have lots of colors in the solids too if you want to try. If you've never tried the anti-pilling acrylic from Premier, it is like top notch. Best yarn on the market if you ask me. And there's a lot of really good yarns on the market across all the boards. But all right, guys, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Carrie for making an excellent pattern that's keeping me busy in between other projects. I'm actually I was so into this pattern last night because it was a long weekend. And so I'm like, I need something to make that's in between projects that are planned. I needed something easy, something to just keep my hands busy, something to keep my mind busy. And I was like, I'm going to try this pattern with Carrie. And I started it, and it was such a relaxing, easy pattern to do. I actually got sleepy while I was crocheting this and had to put it down before I finished the first skein, which I hate doing. I like getting all the way to the end of the skein and then put it down. I was like, I probably need to go to sleep. And it's not that I was bored whatsoever with the pattern, it's that it just relaxed me. And those patterns are very rare. Those are very rare where you don't get stressed out or you're not reading it and going, what the heck are they trying to do? Which a lot of times I have a problem with, but this was very easy, very relaxing. And I don't ever work in neutrals. Ever work in neutrals. And I am loving that this is just a tan color. Because A, you can't see the dog hair on this shawl because my dogs are white and brown. You can't see the dog hair on it, which is an excellent idea because, you know, a lot of times things hit the floor and they get dog hair. And I don't know, it looks kind of cute on me, right? So, all right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I will see you in the next one. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will hopefully see you Monday. We'll have to see because this weekend's a beach weekend, so we'll see. I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye, guys.